What makes someone good at gorilla tag? You might be thinking you are one of the best in the world because you can wall climb and pinch climb really fast. And as this might be true for some of you, it's definitely not all of you. So, what would you need to do to be one of the best? Well, first we have to take a look at what is described as average. In default lobbies, there's usually two kids arguing about who's better. So let's take those kids and see what they're usually good at or arguing about. They always say something about wall climbing. So let's say wall climbing is one of the things you need to be able to do to be considered average, along with having decent routes, and how long they usually last without being tagged, which is usually 1 to 4 minutes. So taking this in, let's say you have to be good at 2 basic routes, and can wall climb and wall run at a decent pace. You also, let's say, have to survive for 2 minutes on average. Notice how I never said branching. Branching is something someone does more because they know it's 1, the hardest thing to do at a decent success rate, and 2, it's just something you don't see often in default, compared to comp lobbies at least. But what is branching? I'm going to put this as simple as I can put it. Branching is running mostly completely on branches at a fast pace without stopping until you are at the end of the route or you feel safe enough to stop. So what makes this so hard, you might ask? Branches are the smallest part of the whole map in gorilla tag. So you might have the accuracy to hit the branches but not really fast. So having accuracy to hit the branches so many times in a row is not an easy task. Some consider it harder or just as hard as learning to wall climb as a beginner. The easiest way you can learn it is to just play the game more and more, and over time you will learn the map, learning where branches are and learning the amount of force to get from point 1 to point 2. If you want to get extra good at branching really fast, go watch Apollo's Branching 101 videos. I'll link his channel in the description. He describes it really well, and it helped me a little bit as well. Well, what is considered a good route? Well, a good route is basically a route that's not used often, that switches directions a decent amount of times instead of just going in a quick line from point A to B. And freestyling is not rapping, but freestyling is when you make a route off the top of your head while you're doing it. So it basically is rapping freestyle, but instead of using words, you're using the map in game. It's really only useful when someone finds out where your regular routes end up at. So with a bunch of 9-year-olds, it's not a common thing when someone discovers your route. So who really is the best? There's no leaderboards or anything to go off of, but in the competitive community, there at least was, when I was in it, a basic idea of a top 10 list, and in no specific order. It usually contains Dan, Pig, Mosa, Tree, my friend Poop God, who at least was in it at maybe 2 or 3 months ago. I don't know about it now. And I would list a few more, but I am banned in the comp server for posting a clip of me dancing, and someone got mad that I didn't post it in the self-promos channel. It's kind of funny. But what makes all these players good? Well, they all have something nobody else can do as well. Pig can wall run on slippery walls really well. It's not a very common thing to see that. Mosa is just really fast and really good at branching, and he's literally known as the branch guy or the route guy. And Dan is just good. I don't know what makes him good, but he's just good. He's just really, really good. Gorilla Tag blowing up so fast, more and more every day, it's just gonna get harder to be considered good. And I've even been run down from really good to just, oh, he's a pro player and he might be top 100. So what makes someone good at Gorilla Tag? To be good at Gorilla Tag, most players just can't do something well, which allows the other players to learn what they can't do. So good players are players that are good at everything, like branching and wall running absurdly fast and unnecessarily long. And if you can get good at tagging as well, basically you'll be one of the best players. And I know this is like half of this video is just common sense, but it was a little bit of a challenge to create as it took multiple tries to say everything I wanted to say and have a decent length of a video as well. And the editing going into this is going to be a hassle. But as it was a little bit of a challenge to create, it only takes one click to subscribe, and it supports me a lot and it allows me to get closer to achieving my childhood dream of being a content creator full time. And I would much appreciate it. Also, I have merch now. It's not anything special, but the artist worked hard, so if you want to support me even more, buying merch would be probably the best way. Thank you for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed. My regular content is coming out really soon. Leave a comment on what you want to see next. Join the server down in the description for, I don't know, Pog stuff, and I'll see you later. Goodbye.